buffalo, and I'm gonna guide you across several stages from shading all the way to adding those final details. And so, let's do this. Alright guys, when starting any kind of drawing, when you start any kind of charcoal drawing, you have to make sure you start with the darkest value possible and try to build up from there by adding midtones and finalizing it with some highlights. That gives a general base and foundation of charcoal drawing. Now my subject has a little bit of more darker values than the lighter values, so I'm going to be doing just as I said, adding the shades first. Alright, when you are adding shade, you must make sure you're going properly with your proportion and try not to go off proportions. And when drawing with charcoal, make sure, any kind of drawing, make sure you maintain the contrast, meaning that maintain the values from the darkest tones to the lightest tones, just to create a bit of contrast, that light versus dark and dark versus light. That gives us, and that gives our drawing a three-dimensionality. And if it's a three-dimensional, means it's look more realistic, isn't it? When you're adding the midtone, you kind of have to make sure that you're following the shape and, well, not adding just the values from darkest to lightest without following the shape of the form. You have to make sure you're following the shape of the form to create that sense of unique three-dimensional of any kind of subject you're working on. But in this case, we're working on buffalo, so we have to make our shades according to the shapes on that buffalo. But anyways, something that I like the most on this subject is that mouse. Dude, that mouse is so freaking subjective. It's amazing, man. It's so good because that little subjective contemporary way of chewing, that gives our drawing a more artistry look.